So I have come to a complete stalemate with this painting. I'm honestly pissed as you can see. So we're gonna work on something else. In all technicality, I kind of started this painting first, but I was more excited about the other one, so I wanted to focus on that one, and I reached a stalemate. So we're going back to this guy. um, so here I'm starting the underpainting. It's really hard to see the sketch, but hopefully you saw it a minute ago. Basically, it's a brain chained to a heart. And I'm pretty excited about this one. It has a lot of meaning for me. Um, this is basically my depiction of what post-traumatic stress feels like. Um, if that makes any sense at all, hopefully it will when it all comes together. But help me think of a name for this because the only thing I got is like trauma or like post traumatic stress. But I feel like we can name it something better than that, though. So for the background, I started out with a navy blue, um, just base coat, and then I went in with a couple different shades of blue. And I know, don't come at me for using this tiny ass brush. It was completely unnecessary and made the process way longer than it should have taken, but I wanted to blend it just right. And I wanted little bitty lines throughout the whole thing of the color. So, I mean, to me, in the moment, it made sense to use this itty bitty little brush. Um, it's took about 12 years to finish this background, but you know what? It's fine. It was worth it because I had control of where I was blending and where the color was going. So that's fine. Anyway, this painting is really been stuck in my head for several months. I actually thought of it way before I finished my Zodiac series, but I wanted to finish that before I started anything else. But it's just been floating around my mind for the longest. And this isn't exactly how it looked in my head, but I think this looks cooler, honestly. I started adding little purple clouds because I want it to feel, I don't know, like portally, if that makes any, that's not a word, but we'll come back to words to explain that because I'm bad at that. But here's my cute little purple clouds, and I did little white lines on the top to kind of just highlight them a little bit, make them extra cute. And after that, I went in with some yellow on a fluffy brush and did some little glowy star looking things. There they are right there. And I really think that just brought the background to life. You know, I was just gonna leave it the blue and do the stars, but then I was like, nah, I want a little more in there. So we threw the clouds in, and I think it looks gorgeous, honestly. But like I was saying, this painting is very near and dear to my heart, and I have very big plans to really take it there, like I've been saying, and focus on trying really hard to improve my skill and style by practicing on big things like this. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is actually the biggest canvas I've ever worked on. So and I chose this canvas for this painting because of how big it is. I wanted to really be able to put as much detail as I can into the brain and you know, have the freedom to add all the shading in between all the wrinkles and stuff, which is what I'm doing here. Um, it actually is turning out a little bit more on the purple side than I was going for. I was trying to make it a little pinkier, but that didn't exactly work out. So I'm kind of considering going back over it with a glaze after it's finished, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. So stay tuned for that answer. But I'm just really trying my best to make sure everything's nice and blended and seamless, and you can see all the different little pieces of the wrinkles and stuff like that, you know, just really make it look like a brain. I want it to be a good brain, you know? And I'm really trying hard to focus on improving my skills this year. So this is definitely a challenge right here, not gonna lie. But I feel like I'm doing good so far. I feel like it's coming together. It's taken a long time and there's a lot of blending and back and forth, but you know what? That's the fun part because you get to play with it and make sure it's exactly how you want it to turn out, you know? And I want to take the time to make sure that it ends up being what I want it to be because, like I said, I've been thinking about this painting for a very long time. So, y'all help me think of a title for it, a good title, because the ones I'm bad at naming my paintings. I really am. It's hard, okay? I'm sorry. So, anyway, here is the progress that we have so far. This will be part one.